listen, just in case you didn't know. Here is the main ingredient, it really changed my life. A life full of iniquity and very deeply stained. But I found my hope at Calvary, flowing from my Savior's hand. You ask me if I think it'll work, I tell you I don't think, 'cause I know what washed me, what cleansed me, what covered me, and I tell you I know, hey, it was the blood. Can I get somebody to help me? Say it. I know it was the blood. 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 I know.
This video has been produced to show people who have a CCW license and carry a firearm what to do when you're pulled over by the police. In the event of a traffic stop, pull the vehicle over to the right shoulder as quickly and safely as possible. Do not get out of the vehicle unless the officer instructs you to do so. Keep your hands at 10 and 2 on the steering wheel so that the officer can see them clearly. Do not reach for your license or other documentation until you are instructed by the officer.
Sir, may I see your driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance, please?
Hello, officer. My name is Derek Love, and I'm licensed to carry a concealed handgun.
Where's the handgun?
It's on my left side.
I'll also need to see your concealed license permit.
The police officer may or may not ask you for your firearm. This would be for his and your safety. If you are asked to temporarily surrender your firearm, remove it from its holster with your non-shooting hand. Remove the magazine from the handgun. Also remove the cartridge from the chamber. Then holding the firearm by the barrel, give it along with your personal information to the police officer. Remain in your vehicle with your hands at 10 and 2 on the steering wheel. At the conclusion of the traffic stop, the officer will return your firearm along with your personal information. That will conclude the traffic stop.
It offers us timeless beauty. It is home and refuge to creatures great and small. It has seen the worst of times and the best of times. This is the story of Michigan's Rouge River and of a series of innovative partnerships of people and institutions working together to restore and preserve the river for generations to come. A watershed is the area of land that is drained by a river system. The Rouge River watershed, located in Michigan, runs through rural and suburban areas and through the most densely populated and urbanized areas in the state of Michigan. The watershed covers 466 square miles, includes all or part of 48 communities in 3 counties, and is home to some 1.5 million people. The Rouge River itself is more than 126 miles long. The river has 4 branches and runs through more than 50 miles of public parklands. It is home to numerous species of plants and wildlife. Its water quality directly affects the Detroit River, Lake Erie, and the entire Great Lakes
system. When we think of church, we think of a denomination: Baptist, Catholic, Protestant, Methodist. In this particular case, Word of Faith is a non-denominational church. Why did you move in that direction?
When the Lord spoke to me about opening the church, my instructions were to open a church, call it Word of Faith. The Lord spoke to me and said, turn to Romans chapter 10, verse 8. So I did. It said, the Word of Faith, which we preach. He said, call the church Word of Faith. And the church is not to belong to any denomination. And the Lord said this. He said, my people, if they belong to one denomination and over the door of the church is another denomination, they won't go into the building. But if you have this church called Word of Faith, then I will send you people from everywhere.
Good morning, Carlos, Sharon, and Mark. You guys would love to be here because as great as the LA Auto Show is, this one is the creme de la creme. I got so many hot new cars. Let's get right to it, my friends. First up from Chrysler, people say, well, what's new in family vehicles? Look at the new 2005 Chrysler minivan. Hey, Carlos, it looks like they took the seats out, right? All of them fold down into the floor, flat. That's called stow and go on the new Chrysler minivans. But, Carlos, here's one you and I need to go take out, my friend. It's a concept from Chrysler. It's called the ME412. Mid-engine, 4 turbos, 12-cylinder, 850 horsepower. Guys, it goes nearly 250 miles an hour. It's a concept, but will Chrysler build it? I'm thinking they might. Now, here's one that's great for beach cruising, the Jeep Rescue concept. This hints at a new Hummer-sized Jeep that might be coming out in just a couple of years. They want to be the ultimate search rescue vehicle. Has a 4-inch lift on the suspension that automatically raises when you're off-road. Plus has infrared cameras for nighttime. And check this out. Hey, Mark, you're going to love this. Acura HSC concept. You know the NSX? It's Acura's mid-engine sports car. This is the next generation first look. I love this machine. Exotic styling, 300 horsepower.
On stage after Donnie got through singing. They wanted to pray for him. Deion Sanders came up and led us in prayer. And it was just absolutely wonderful. And what we want to do is just urge our audience to keep praying for R. Kelly. That he'll do what God has for him to do.
Yeah. Check it out.
Pray for me. Pray for you, yes. Oh, pray for me. Somebody pray for me, yeah.
Wow, that was a powerful moment.
Yes, it was.
And I'm telling you, if that's a sign of things to come, tell the people, what do we have in store for them?
Well, we have some thoughts with Donnie McClurkin.
Okay.
We have R&B sensation Brian McKnight. We're going to also go behind the scenes at the Super Bowl extravaganza. And we have a special clip with my man, Cedric the Entertainer. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with All Access.